What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy, Eazy Joe. My guy, Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
Yo, Chris in the TD booth, JB Smooth, the ones, twos. And behind JB is the 3 seed in the Woodward Sports Fighting Tournament. My guy, Matthew Broder, the building. That's what's up, man. It feels like that kind of moment.
Honestly.
It's going to be that kind of show today, too.
Yeah, we got some names coming on.
Yes, sir. First and foremost, shout out to John Maakaron. Joined the show. Obviously, talk a little bit Detroit Lions. He is there in person with Dan Campbell and those guys when they had these interviews and had these conversations. Mm-hmm. So maybe he might have something interesting to say.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. As well. So we're talking about.
He said pretty good.
He did. He did say pretty good. However, we are speaking to another coach today too. You guys may know him from the Netflix series Last Chance U. Coach JB, Coach Jason Brown from Independence Community Football College. Football College. I don't know what the hell that came out wrong.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Coach JB will be joining the show at 5:40. He, Last Chance U, as you guys know, is a JUCO college, junior college. Mm-hmm. A lot of guys who, Cam Newton, JUCO guy.
Yep.
Darius Slade, JUCO guy.
Yep.
Glover Quinn, JUCO guy. This is off the top of my head. That's where some guys, if they have grade issues or some knucklehead issues, they get their head start at a JUCO. Mm-hmm. So Coach JB has some experience with some knuckleheads, and we get to talk to him. I want to get his opinion on the Jalen Carter and the interesting comments made by a teammate. Do you think a teammate really dogged him out, or was like kind of what we talked about?
I find it really hard to believe a teammate would dog him out before the draft.
Even anonymously.
I think something may have slipped.
Even anonymously.
Yeah, and I don't even think it was like an anonymous situation too. Like, I truly just feel like they're probably discussing something that, like, again, was just like misrepresented in another conversation they had.
Matthew Broder's alma mater has been in the headlines today for a good reason and a bad reason. University of Michigan.
Yes.
They landed 5-star quarterback Jaden Davis.
Yep.
He's one of the top 6, I think, quarterback in the recruiting class. So it was a good get for them. We'll see if Harbaugh lets him loose. I was talking to people in the back. I was talking to Lucas, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is going to change everything. He's going to be able to throw and run and do." I was like, "That's what they said about JJ, but we'll see." I mean, he's a huge talent. We'll see how long they use him. And Hunter Dickinson hitting the transfer portal.
That's so crazy.
He gone.
He was like a mask. Oh, I guess not really.
You're going to wear a ski mask, you're going to talk shit in interviews, talk about beating teams by 30, and then you're going to tuck tail and run.
I wonder where he's going.
I don't care. Don't care.
Gonzaga. You guys are going to have it out one day.
He's a douche.
I'll make sure.
And best of luck to him in the MAC or wherever he goes. See you later, Hunter. I'm honestly upset that I won't get to see Xavier Booker draw him on the perimeter and sauce his ass twice a year.
Maybe that's why he's leaving.
It is.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's probably not. He's probably going to go get paid somewhere because he knows he's not going to get an NBA contract. So he wants to get that fat NIL deal before he goes and plays in Turkey. But, see you later, Hunter. Rest in piss. But we got 2 baseball things in the intro that I wanted to show you. First of all,
you ain't rapped long enough.
Megan Thee Stallion threw out the opening pitch for Houston Astros opening day because she is from Houston.
She threw a ball that day?
She threw the ball. I didn't notice. I was looking at something else. But my guy, I don't even know what player it is. He saw his shot and he took it. This is just legendary behavior.
Oh, man.
Legendary behavior. Gripped up the cake after the throw.
You really
quick pat.
Just like that's he should be in the All-Star game immediately. Like that is a baller move. I probably would have done the same thing. That's legendary cake you're gripping up.
What's she smell like?
Wiz says not too good, but it's.
Wait, what?
Wiz Khalifa. Right?
Yeah.
Right,
I said Meg Thee Stallion stinks.
Yeah.
Wait, Chris.
Not like Post Malone bad, but
yeah.
I need context. What?
If she stinks, I stink.
Yeah. That's fair.
I'm getting that no matter what. I don't care what she smells like.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What did Wiz say, Chris?
Wiz like hit it first. Like,
Ray J.
Yeah, Wiz is the Ray J. And
okay. He's a Drake Ice Spice situation.
She's a little spicy.
And wow. I mean, there's a lot going on down there. You know what I'm saying? He probably gets sweaty.
That is a Hall of Fame.
She's a superstar now. Maybe that's the thing of the past.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I'll report back to you.
I don't care. If she stinks, I can't smell. Because I'm about to dive in. And then we have another baseball clip This is something I love. This is awesome to me.
Oh yeah.
Because Anthony Rondon,
Oh, it's not the one I was thinking.
he tested the gangster of a fan who was talking shit.
Yeah. Oh, I did see that
And
today.
Chris, can you
Actually.
play this video?
Yeah, you called me a bitch, huh?
Grips him up, says you called me a bitch, huh? Yeah, motherfucker. Goes swipe at it. Dude, that's fucking awesome. That is awesome. First of
That was
all,
awesome.
the A's, like, your fans are suffering already because of the terrible conditions of their field, and now they're picking fights with fans, or picking fights with players. It's not a good look. But Anthony Rondon tested that fan's gangster, and he curled up.
Yeah, because the fan, like Loki, had the leverage.
Yeah, oh yeah, he had the high ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Obi-Wan.
Like it's way easier
It's
for
over,
you to
Anthony.
reach his face right now than it is for him to reach yours.
He was the chosen one.
And
Like,
he backed out. I mean,
Anthony Rondon said, "You underestimate my power," and it actually worked. Like it's pretty awesome.
it's kind of.
That's a baller ass boy. He gripped his shit and said, "You called me a bitch, huh? Yeah, motherfucker." Like, dude, that's a baller ass move. I'll do the same shit if I heard a fan talking shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
with
but does
Marcus
that come
Peters.
with like a lawsuit? Like you know what I'm saying, like what, like.
Oh yeah, I'd sue
Probably.
him for sure.
Well,
If I'm
Marcus
a fan,
Peters
I'm
did
suing
that,
him
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But when Marcus Peters ran up on that dude in
That was dope.
the stands,
Yeah.
he said, "Where you from, cuz?" I was like, "Oh damn!" Like Marcus Peters from Compton, he doesn't fuck around. Like,
Yes.
so that shit was. I love that shit because I'm all for talking shit, but you talk shit, you better be ready to back it up.
That is one thing I will say. Like baseball, no disrespect. Obviously, Broder, former D1, Division I athlete for Michigan, former pitcher, but I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah.
But now, like everything is like viral and instant on the internet. Like there are a lot of wild moments that come from the sport of baseball.
Oh yeah. Did you see the fan that got hit stick
I
trying to
was
propose?
gonna, I did see
Yeah.
that one. Which, by the way, people were like, "Was that necessary?" Like, yeah, that's his job, bro. Like, that's
For
what
sure.
they want him to do. Like,
I would be the exact. I would be lighting fans up if I'm
Yeah,
that security
bro,
guard
like-
as soon as you get on the field.
it's not even like a power or authority thing. Like, that's what they're supposed to do. They
And it
don't
would
fucking
just
know
be
what that
fun.
guy.
It's supposed to discourage them from coming back on the field
Oh,
or
I'd be
anybody
truck
else
stick.
trying
I'd
to.
be truck stick.
And like, you really just don't know what the hell he's doing. Like,
Yeah.
You really don't.
Dude
Rather be
reaches in
safe
his
than sorry.
pocket.
Yeah, dude. This is the same week of like another tragic like shoot. Come on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not. Why are people beating up on him?
And Blade No Icewood, that's a fact.
What?
Hey.
I would have leaned into that punch. He swings
Yeah.
at me, I'm
Oh, yeah.
leaning in.
That's
I'm
what I'm
taking
saying.
that salary, buddy.
When that whole situation went down with Floyd and Jake Paul, and Jake Paul went out. Run,
Gone.
Forrest!
Yeah,
he
go
took
on.
off.
I told you guys, like my dream
I'm
scenario
letting
is to
Floyd.
walk out of work one day, cross the street, get hit by a Range Rover or something,
That's not.
make that bag.
There's so many more safer ways to like go about making a bet.
I'm just saying, it's
like a dream scenario for you to get hit by a Range Rover. Bro. I don't know if you're
like I
surviving.
said, I got hit by a car in East Lansing before. It wasn't a Range Rover. It was this shitty ass Honda, and dude's girl was driving, and he got out,
Huh.
and like he was being nice, but if it was one of those Lambos or the Maseratis or the G wagons that are rolling around East Lansing everywhere, you better believe my dad. Like I'm suing for everything. I'm gonna be a doctor, but I didn't want to ruin the kid's life. Like he seemed like a kid from.
Instead, you just let it ruin yours.
It didn't ruin my life. He just broke my bike. He paid me the money. I fixed my bike with it, and I got a chunk taken out of my leg.
Jessica
Yeah,
in the
what?
comments.
There was like a chunk taken out of my leg, bro.
Oh,
No.
what?
You see
Jess-
what she said? She
Yeah,
said,
Jessica
Return of
might have-
Jessica?
Jessica, return Jessica's.
yeah.
The return of
Jessica
Jessica.
came back and she said, "Is that a hot dog in his pants, or is he just happy to see her?"
Oh,
he's
snap.
He's happy to see, bro.
Wasn't even looking.
It's probably his cup. I'm gonna say, but I'd be bricked up.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Dude, had a handful
all
of
time.
Megan.
Meg's got all time cake.
Yeah.
Like,
All time.
I'm not encouraging anyone to just grab ass like that.
no,
But if you had a handful of Megan,
he shot his shot.
yeah. But I mean, maybe he like lost his balance a little bit and he had to hold on to
No,
it.
I
so,
watched.
like,
I watched the
He's got the
video.
glove on too, like the mitt.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't even know where his hand's at
perfect
because of the
cup.
glove. Honestly, his hand is kind of like probably lower back area because the glove makes it look like ass.
Yeah.
Can you see one more time?
And Blade No Icewood, I'm suing Floyd for show. I need 10 million, bro.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like
Here
my
it is.
dream scenario is not to get hit by a Range Rover.
Braylon pushed me in the hallway one time, and I was
Oh.
thinking about it.
You know what? Where's his hand supposed to go? It's all ass back there. Where do you want the other hand to go?
Yeah,
It's
there's
all
no,
ass.
the second hand can't even fit on her back.
No,
The rest
yeah.
of her back is just
It-
taken up.
There's no small of her back. It just goes
Yeah.
from back to ass.
Yeah.
Who?
So-
What picture? What picture is that? Do you know?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
not sure.
What the hell was his name before that? I don't even remember. We have a whole nother. Floyd. I'm letting Floyd punch me.
Oh, I'm
That's
letting Floyd
dream
punch
scenario.
me for sure.
Yeah. Like,
telling
knock
you.
me
I'm
out.
I
dreaming
told you.
Floyd gets punched.
Braylon pushed me in the back, and I had some thoughts. I was like, oh, no, I'm just kidding. That's my guy. But I did tell him, when I first said about suing an athlete that punched me, Braylon, like, bumped into me and fell on the ground. And he was like, I'm suing. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll give you like $5. That's all I got.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have leaned into that Rendon punch.
You're probably getting more money off.
Cheddar.
Yeah.
Rendon he's probably
There's
got
a stadium you
$100
probably
million
sue.
contract.
You sue him, sue the MLB maybe. Well,
Sue
actually,
the MLB, sue the Angels, sue him.
yeah, that's money.
I'm going at it all.
cheddar.
I'm going at it all.
That's fair. So Marcus Peters did it.
I'm digging up Babe Ruth and suing his ass.
Oh, whoa, dude.
Babe Ruth's a bum anyways.
Grab Bruce Lee while you're out there. Bring his ass back here.
Bruce Leroy.
You gonna get this ass whooping, son.
Yeah.
No update on the transfer portal with Hunter Dickinson. How can I read this? Oh, we got a phone call already.
Sound kayak. Spencer keeps digging a deeper and deeper hole of what kind of person he is.
He's a true.
You better
true
believe it,
slut.
brother. Somebody worth $100 million hits me, they're getting sued.
Yeah, there's nothing. We got Calijah, JB.
Yeah, you might want to take this. This is Neil.
Neil.
Neil? Oh,
Uh-oh.
yeah. Straight from Epcot? Neil from Epcot? How you feeling?
Spencer,
Yes.
Spencer, listen, you motherfucker. I swear to God, if I ever open up my Twitter and you're talking shit again, I'm gonna fuck you in your ass.
Do something
I'm gonna
about
fuck
it,
you
pussy.
so hard, you're not gonna be able to shit for 3 weeks.
Yeah?
You want to get ran over on Woodward? Just fucking let me know. I'm gonna fucking do it tomorrow.
You
What I
gotta be
missed?
able to get hard before you can fuck me in my ass, bitch.
Whoa. I mean, it's.
I
Make
get
sure you
hard
bring those
looking
little
at you,
blue
bitch.
pills you take every day.
I
Why
just
is
gotta
the
look
call?
at you.
Every day is a lot.
Calijah Kancey fucking sucks, Adam.
Oh, this.
Fuck him. I'll fuck him too.
Are we doing Calijah? Are we having Calijah Kancey conversation right now?
I don't know.
No, I woke up to Spencer talking shit,
Yeah.
and then I open up the stupid fucking app, and then you guys are talking about how he wants to get ran over on Woodward. I was like,
Facts.
fuck this guy.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
I said
What'd you
killer
say?
whales are the scariest animal, and somebody replied and said, "No, Adam Beydoun is." I said, "No, he's all bark, no bite."
Oh.
Yeah.
You added him or something or what?
No, I think the other guy did.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm king for the smoke.
he did come for the
He just
smoke.
rondoned you.
He came swinging. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll lean into it. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what's your net worth. Come punch us real quick.
Come punch me, Adam. I'll get some. Of that, I'll get some of that liquidation money, baby.
Let's get some of that Matthew Stafford Super Bowl
You're,
bread,
you're,
man.
gonna be, you're gonna be buying me Heinekens, brother.
Adam, take Cancey out. You can't pick Cancey. He's gone because he's so great. He went number 3. Who was the pick without Cancey?
think he made.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I mean, look, Jalen Carter, tough to pass on Jalen Carter. Let's all be real. But I have a lot of questions about his character, man. I don't know. That's a tough fucking question. I wouldn't draft Tyree Wilson at all. I'd take him off the board. At 6. God damn it, bro. You're forcing me to say Jalen Carter. I don't like it.
Hell yeah. Jalen Carter.
No, it does get hard.
Come to the
It does
dark
get hard.
side.
Pause. But I was gonna say like today I was thinking about the whole draft scenario because I do like Kancey. I just don't know if like that's a pick you make at 6. I feel like it's possible he'd be there like a little bit later, but I think they might trade out if like a guy like they're like truly waiting for it. Like Brad's opened all options to him, and I know it's the easy lazy answer to say, but like when you fall there at 6, I like Kancey, but I'm not taking him at 6. I don't the Carter stuff. I think,
I'm a big believer that if you like somebody, you just draft them. I don't think where matters. Where only ever matters when they don't work out. That's why Jeff Okudah gets shit on every day and nobody likes him. Not that he was taken at 3. He's taken at 3 and he ended up being a fucking scrub, right? So like that's just the truth. Regarding
get shit on. Nobody likes him.
poor Jeff Okudah, man. He just catches strays so randomly on the
Yeah,
show.
bro.
I feel
What
bad.
did that guy do to you, man?
Honestly, he did nothing to me. It's really more so the Pride people that really tilted me with Jeff Okudah. Every year telling me, "You're so mean, man. This guy's gonna be all pro this year. Watch out, dude." unreal. No, you guys are going to get me canceled. What the fuck am I doing on the phone with you guys?
I heard you already almost got canceled, but don't say that on our
Yeah,
show.
no. I didn't say anything awful. All I said was, the next time you think of shooting up a school,
my
kill
God.
yourself.
No,
It wasn't that bad. Come on.
It's pretty
That's like
bad,
common
bro.
sense.
You can't say that shit on.
Yes, I can. I say I say whatever I want to. Yes, I can. If you think it's okay to shoot up a school, you got a fucking problem.
I don't.
sure.
I don't think that's okay.
Then good. If somebody you know plans on doing it, let them know. Adam said kill yourself.
Oh my god.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
It's not nice to say.
Yeah. No, that's definitely.
It's a bad topic. I don't want to. I'm not gonna touch that topic. It is a no-win scenario.
Adam, I appreciate you calling in, brother.
baby.
Fuck you, Spencer.
Hey, guess what? I'm gonna go fucking eat a banana because I can't. Hang up.
Oh, that's why he's so cranky.
No, I love you, Adam. That's why he's cranky. No, I love that guy.
At Alta,
Uptime
matters. Alta Equipment's got everything you need to get the job done. You got a big project coming up? Alta Rent's got you covered. Make sure you give them a call today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
I fucking love Adam.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home. We're there with smarter security solutions, featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy Joke, my man Spin More Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth, Broder behind JB. What are you laughing at?
Adam in the chat. He
Oh,
says,
he's-
Spencer, I have lube. I'm ready. Call me after the show.
Make sure you guys hit the like button while you're listening to the live show. If you're listening to us on audio platform afterwards, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, please make sure to leave us a 5-star review. You guys are wilding.
5-star.
You guys are on Jessica mode in the chat already. The show just started, man. What? You
gotta get hard to fuck me. What a comeback, Spencer.
That was
out of pocket.
It's factual.
No Aiden Ross sister. That was a hell of a comeback.
That's true.
A hell of a comeback.
I mean, I'm not lying.
All right, 5:14.
Bro's iron's pretty low. He hasn't been eating, so I don't know if he can get it up.
Moving on, 5:19. PFF has the Bucs ranked higher than the Detroit Lions. Spinny, you prepped today.
Yeah. I sure
What
did.
is this? Explain
Chris,
this
you
to
got
me.
the graphic?
Make it make sense.
PFF did their rankings of NFL teams
This is 2023.
prior to the draft.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you put that up there, Chris?
Yeah.
This is where they had the Detroit Lions. Buccaneers at 11, Jaguars at 12, Lions at 13,
What?
Giants at 14, Seahawks at 15. It's pretty crazy, honestly. I don't know if they just have a lot of confidence in Baker Mayfield. I don't know if they think Kyle Trask is the savior or what's going on, but yeah, Buccaneers ahead of not only the Lions, but the Jaguars, Giants, and Seahawks.
Actually, I did see the first half of this on Twitter. I also saw the Vikings out of the Detroit Lions.
Yes.
And then there was another team, too. I just tweeted about it. JB, can you put it back up there real quick?
It's on
Or just tell me who it
PFF's
is?
Instagram.
The Dolphins, all right.
Ravens.
Like the Lamar Jackson list Ravens.
Yep.
The Tom Brady list Buccaneers. And the Vikings, who just barely won every single game, they actually won, other than 2 games.
And yet the Lions are somehow the division favorite.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, Lions are favored to win the division, but the Vikings are better, apparently. And Baker Mayfield and the Bucs are better as well.
Yeah, but can you put the graphic back up too, Chris? Hold on, because the Buccaneers and then because the Bucs are also over.
Bucs are ahead of the Jaguars, the Lions, the Giants, and the Seahawks.
So Buccaneers, who lost their playoff game,
Yes.
actually I believe got blown out by Cowboys, are over the Giants, who both made the playoffs and won a playoff game.
Yes.
The Seahawks, who made the playoffs, lost to the 49ers that were fucking beastly. Mm-hmm. Over the Jaguars, who made the playoffs and won their playoff game.
Beat I think they were the 5th ranked Chargers.
Come on, guys. Every time I want, because there's actually like one show on their network or website, whatever the hell you want to call it, that I actually like rock with.
Yeah, it's the one that was hating on Jared Goff,
No, not that one. But that was hilarious. They do legitimately have. I don't even think it's Jared Goff. I think it's the Jared Goff. It's the same stuff we do.
Yeah.
Right? You give an honest take, and then the Jared Goff fans are like, no, he's the second coming of Christ. How dare you?
Yeah.
He tastes so good. Leave him alone.
Yeah. He's Joe Montana reincarnated.
Yeah. Wild shit. And that is insane enough for you to just take shots at Jared. And I'm sorry, Jared catches strays for that, but it is what it is. Same way I'd be throwing the strays at Jeff.
Yeah.
It's not
Personal.
because of Jeff. It's
Yeah.
because of Jeff's supporters. It's like a rub it in your face kind of thing. Although I think Jeff Okuda is better than
what Adam says.
Previously. Yeah,
I agree.
I think Jeff Okuda is better. But the Buccaneers, bro. PFF continues they're got to be doing this shit on purpose.
Yep.
There's no. I am a guy.
You are?
Facts.
I hope so.
I hope you guys knew that.
Yeah.
No, but seriously.
Are you trying to tell us something?
Not that it's
I'm a
clear.
guy. Confirmed.
Pro-ho.
All day. Pro-ho. All day. But I like when I look at certain topics, I do like to sometimes try to put my foot in the other shoe or just look at it from the other point of view, and I could try at least make sense of it. Although I don't agree, like the Calijah Kancey stuff like that. I think Calijah Kancey could be a good football player, so I could see why somebody falls in love with him. But it's just not a 3-down guy. He's just not. The Buccaneers, there's just no sane, logical reasoning that one could come up with that, unless it's purely based off last year's performance. You're considering Tom Brady is a part of that, but that still doesn't make any sense.
He's gone. Tom Brady is gone. They are running with Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask. They do have weapons. Multiple weapons. That's greatest. That's one of the greatest reels Woodward Sports has ever created. But I can't see it either. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe they're saying they're a quarterback away. Maybe they're thinking with Tom Brady, they looked like dog shit against the Cowboys.
Yeah, they're bad.
So what do you think they're going to look like with Baker Mayfield?
They made the playoffs under 500. They were 8-9 last year when they entered the playoffs.
Yes. The Lions, had a better record than they did last year.
I don't understand how they got
And the Lions
better.
got better, and they lost the greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL.
What, say that one more time? Oh, they did.
They did.
Tampa Bay. Yeah.
No. Jared Goff's still playing for the Lions.
Wild. That is wild. I want to spend time on that, but that's such an asinine without having them here to argue it. Because that's just, again, sometimes I'll try to see the other point of view and I'll think it out loud or discuss it out loud as we often do on the show. There's nothing there. Is there anything JB? Is there anything there to be said for the Buccaneers be anywhere near where they're ranked right now by PFF?
No, that's kind of ridiculous. I don't even know how they're honestly ranking any of this stuff. But as you said, they're just riling you guys up pretty much about what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, it sucks. I hate it.
They're just trying to bring in people to the site, basically.
This is specified. Yeah. Because you know what? Because actually, it 100% is.
Yeah, I forget her name who did the rankings.
Oh, it's a her.
Jesus.
Come on. I mean, what are we doing?
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. No,
I can't wait to see you on draft night, Daddy.
That's 100% for clicks because again, we can't find a fucking reason why you put the Buccaneers, the 11th best team in the NFL. That's fucking insane.
That is pretty wild.
So to find out why, you would then have to click the article and read the bullshit reason why.
Yeah.
That is absolutely fucking bullshit. And I'm not going to do.
I hate that.
They're not going to get my fucking click.
I hate that click the link in the bio shit. Unless it's porn.
Yeah.
Unless it's porn.
Tiana
I forget which publication does it, but they just post every single post they have is that.
PBS Kids.
No. I forget what it is.
Everyone does.
Or those YouTube ads that do it.
Yeah, the YouTube ads that do it.
Yeah.
So just say what you want to say.
Yeah.
Say what you. I mean, I don't even want to discuss this anymore.
Say what you need.
What are we
to
doing?
say.
All right, no, let's do this actually. Do we have a grab for the top 10 or no?
No.
Okay.
I can grab it though, but
it's
here. Let me find it.
yeah. Just keep it up on your phone because we had some time to kill. Actually, only 2 minutes. I was gonna say let's re-rank it, or maybe it's something we do on Monday. You know, our preseason rankings.
Yeah, you should.
Let's give somebody else a chance to kill us.
All
There's
right,
no
so
way the Buccaneers land
Chiefs,
anywhere near 10.
Raiders, Chiefs, Niners, Eagles, Bills, Bengals, Cowboys at 6, Chargers at 7, Vikings at 8. Which, what the fuck are you smoking that the Vikings are the 8th best team in the NFL? Ravens at 9, Dolphins at 10, and then that grouping with the Lions where it goes Bucs 11, Jags 12, Lions 13, Giants 14, Seahawks 15.
You're good.
The Jets at 17?
I don't know.
Assuming Aaron Rodgers.
Steelers, Jets, Packers, Commanders, Patriots.
So, essentially, watch the article. Click the article.
Dude,
like, yeah, the Buccaneers going to grab Lamar Jackson off of sign and trade. And when it gets to the Ravens, to explain why they're in the top 10. Yeah, the Ravens actually bring back Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
void a sign and trade. We're not. All right, re-ranking it though. Actually, we only have 2 minutes here.
Yeah.
Where do the lines fall? And the reality of Spinny.
Let me look at it again.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, so we had this one as a graphic.
I want to say
8.
bottom of the 10, like
Yeah.
8, 9.
Yeah, I would say top 10.
I'm kicking the Vikings out.
I'm kicking the Vikings out.
Jaguars
and the
can come in.
Ravens.
Jaguars can step into the top 10. I'll allow.
I put the Lions at 10.
Lions at 10?
I take the Vikings and the Ravens, move them out, move the Dolphins up, put the Jaguars in, and put the Lions in.
Yeah. All right. So because Dolphins are 10 right now, right?
I just don't know what to do about Tua,
I'd move
though.
Dolphins.
I put the Jags at 8, Dolphins 9, Lions 10.
Okay, I agree. We're right on. Spot on. Yeah. All right, cool.
Solved.
Problem solved. Fuck you, PFF. Yeah. Once again, I tried. We tried. I tried. All right. Let's be for life. Fuck these guys for life. Tell us about PFF. We're getting shaped to fight Rondo.
We're getting shaped to fight who? Hunter
Adam.
Dickinson?
Yeah, him too. Damn, you got hella beef out here.
Oh, I got beef, baby. It's at Planet Fitness. That's where I get beefy. Is at Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes in the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, but you can't pull up to Planet Fitness and forget the perks. You can upgrade to the Black Card and get all the perks you want, such as unlimited tanning, hydro massage, massage chairs, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,000 gyms worldwide. So make sure you join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You're about to be shell-shocked. The catch of the day is in. Big Boy Seafood Fest is officially back. Join us for some of your favorites like our popcorn shrimp and pike perch platters and our classic fish and chips. This year, we've reeled in some fresh catches like our shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir fry, and our fish sandwich. And especially, don't forget about our all-you-can-eat Friday night fish fry buffet. Every day is a fish fry at Big Boy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Olafson, DC, the founder of the Custom Health Centers, and we've helped thousands of people learn how easy it is to lose weight and keep it off with our customized weight loss and body contouring programs.
With Custom Health, you don't feel hungry, you eat well. My name is Simeon Timbuk, and I've lost 71 pounds on the program.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodwardsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
You know, Chris in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the 1 to 2s, Matthew Broter in the Maz chair. Are you what? You shadowing JB?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Learning to do the sound for Monday.
Let's go.
Oh, hell yeah.
What's going on Monday?
Pulling down the Ermanni and Edwards show with Maz.
Let's go.
JB's out at Feldman for the first 2 shows, so I just need to be prepared.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't gotta work in the morning on Monday. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get drunk Sunday.
I'm down.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Obviously, defensive tackle is a need for the Detroit Lions. They have an opportunity to take one at 6.
Mm-hmm.
But per conversations with Spinny, Chris, I mean, all of us in this room at least, I don't know where JB lands on this one actually, because he's part of the morning show sometimes too.
Yeah,
he said he got split personalities.
Yeah, he never says we with us.
Yeah, well, we, on the morning show talk about Kalijah, Kancey.
It's crazy.
Well, you guys should already know it's a we with you all.
Oh.
Oh, with us?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you mean that, dude?
Yeah.
You're our Spike Lee.
Anyway, it is a need for the Detroit Lions.
Yes.
At least a position that they can upgrade at. I wouldn't necessarily say need if they feel comfortable with Isaiah Buggs or whatever, though. But Jalen Carter, there's character questions.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the video today. I don't think I sent it to you guys. I should have.
Yeah, you did. Him fighting.
Yeah. Finish you guys. Yeah. I think that was maybe what Todd McShay was referring to.
That's what they said. Somebody sent that to me a while ago. Fighting. He just goes up and talks shit to a guy.
Yeah.
I like that.
He kept escalating it.
Yeah, I want that out of my player.
And then you have the questionably drunk driving, speeding, racing situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's handled now too, by the way.
Yes.
2 misdemeanors, community service, whatever the hell else he's got to do.
Yeah.
So then, okay. So the people who don't want to take him, then you move on to number 2, which would be Calijah Kancey, which I like.
Yeah, I'm cool with him at 18.
Thank you. And that's the argument there too.
Or if you trade back to mid-teens.
And that's where I'm at. Because like at 6, Adam makes a great point. If you like a guy, you should just take him whenever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If you think he's going to be a guy, take him. Well, that's the thing is like there's some hesitancy there. Like not everybody thinks he's going to be the guy the same caliber Adam does. I think that he could be a pass rushing defensive tackle for sure, but he's an undersized defensive tackle, and that's why I think it was Jamcat this morning while I was watching the Morning Woodward show. It said that he's only going to be like a 3rd down defensive tackle in the same way that they want to specialize
Quite possible.
James Houston.
Yeah.
And so say we don't take Tyree Wilson. This is we talked about yesterday. It's a very undersized defensive line at that point. And you're very susceptible to taking L's in the run game.
Yeah.
Because you got a small defensive tackle in Calijah Kancey, small defensive end in James Houston, small linebacker in Malcolm Rodriguez, and then you're just praying for your secondary at that point, which I do think we got some dogs in secondary.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie.
Tracy Walker, CJ, GJ, Jeff Okudah, all very good at assisting in the run game.
Yeah. Big facts. Kirby actually.
Kirby is too.
Kirby put my man on the helicopter highlight.
Yeah, Kirby will lay the
very
lumber
impressive.
on somebody.
Yeah, that's what's up with that one. But what about later in the draft? Like say they pass on Kancey because like this is too early to take him. They don't want anything to do with Jalen Carter. By the way, news broke out that the Raiders have officially taken him off their draft board.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, why?
They're done. They've done it too many times and got burnt too many times.
Yeah, Henry Ruggs is sitting in jail right now.
They have a history of knuckleheads not working out. And remember, after they fired John Gruden, because everything that happened, they signed a black female
to the team president.
Yeah, team president. Yeah. They're like, all right, we're going completely opposite direction here. Like, we know John Gruden hit the cancel culture trifecta.
Yeah,
went after black people, gay people, and women in sports.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hire a black female as our president. Like,
we're hoping she comes out soon.
Here's the hoping, but she. Honestly, John Gruden really hit the trifecta of cancel culture.
He did hit the trifecta.
But they are going in a complete different direction, trying to rebrand themselves. So I'm not surprised by that at all.
Exactly. And then, all right, so defensive tackle. We've been on record of saying this is a loaded defensive tackle class. Say they pass in the 2. Are you comfortable with what's left later in the draft?
Yeah, I mean, if you say you grab Brian Brisset at 18, that would be a good pick. We've talked about the guys in the 2nd round who can be there. You know, Siaki Ika, Keanu Benton, Mozzie Smith, Javon Dexter. Like this is a very deep class of defensive tackles. So if you go out of the first 2 rounds without getting one, then I'd be a little upset. But I wouldn't question. I'm not going to start questioning Brad Holmes now, like Robert California says. You know, I'm not going to start questioning my drunk self now. So Brad Holmes will make the right decision. I highly suspect that he will take one in that first 4 picks because it is the biggest position of need for the Detroit Lions, and there are a lot of good ones that are going to be going in the first 2 rounds. So if they don't get one, I'd question it a little bit, but who am I to question him? Everything he does works out. So maybe they grab a 300-pound dude in the fifth round. He turns out to be a stud.
Yeah. That's where I'm at. Like, I don't really have beef. I guess I never thought of it this way, but you truly have to consider these things. Like, Brad has opened up the draft completely to where he could do whatever the hell he wants. I mean, the Detroit Lions are in that position where they kind of just go BPA. Whether it's a cornerback, I saw Adam. I should have asked him while he was on the phone, but he had beef with the mock draft we did for WoodwardSports.com. Shout out to Bruno for writing that one.
Putting that together.
Yes, sir. But we took...
he was here today. I saw Roman today.
Really?
Yeah.
We took Devon Witherspoon. But, like, all these guys in the backfield, one-year deals. What?
No,
yeah, I took Devon Witherspoon. Yeah, for sure. I'm going BPA. I mean, give me the best corner in the draft. I get that. Like, we're loading the secondary, but like again, Okuda's gone after next year. We don't know the future of CJ, DJ.
And maybe Mosey's a one-year deal.
Exactly, and so on and so forth. But I really could see a situation or a world where like defensive tackles not even taken off the board for the Detroit Lions, at least like you said, like the second round. And to be honest with you, I was thinking about it too. Like, I don't really have beef with it because I do like the prospect of a Mozzie Smith. I do like the prospect of a Keanu. Like, I like a lot of these guys.
Yeah, I like Mozzie Smith. That's who if you're not getting Jalen Carter, Brian Bisset, Calijah, Cancey even in the first round, Mozzie Smith would probably be my favorite to grab in the second round.
Yeah, so I'm not even like, I'm no
like
longer.
You said, freak athlete. Obviously is very good in stopping the run and has shown the ability to get to the passer. Like him and Aleem would be like interchangeable.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah, I think my guy that I target for a late round pick, if they do pass on the situation with Jalen Carter, is I've been on the record, Keanu Benton.
Yeah.
And I think I told you guys like point blank period, like if you're looking for like a linebacker and lineman, a former wrestler, they usually get it done for you.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing when it gets down to there. We're
sure.
talking like former state champions and guys that like excelled at the sport too. They're nice picks to have.
It's all about center gravity, body control, being able to get under people like that. Wrestling helps out like that. Huge. My offensive line coach was the wrestling coach from my high school. He used to talk shit to me. He'd be like, "Come wrestle, come wrestle."
You should have been a monster.
Yeah, he told me. He's like, "I'll get you." I was like, "Dave, I've been swimming for 7 years. I'm going to states. I'm not just gonna stop." He's like, "I'll get you to states next year."
Yeah.
I was like, "I mean, yeah, you probably would, but I can't just quit."
Marcelo Ventura in the Woodward Sports chat. Mozzie with character issues as well, though.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, but again, I don't care about Jalen Carter's character issues. I don't care about Mozzie Smith's character issues. I draft both of them.
Yeah, and I mean,
Mozzie's was even dumber.
Yeah,
like it was
because he had the
paperwork issue, but it was.
I did that.
The thing that with Mozzie's was everybody knew about it. Nobody said anything. But that's not on him.
The big blue wall.
Yeah, that's what it was. I don't care about that.
Which I guess to be fair, like speaking of the big blue wall, like, did you guys? I didn't know about the Georgia thing until it came up in draft talks. Is that messed up? Did you remember hearing about that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely remember hearing about it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, tragic altogether. But I think that the position could be addressed like later on in the draft, and we're gonna talk to a guy who knows football better than us, and I'm curious to ask him too. I don't know how much he's been monitoring the draft, but former coach, Coach JB from. Damn it, JB, what's the name of the show?
Last Chance U.
Last Chance U.
Independence Community College.
Yep.
Yeah. Coach JB, Jason Brown will be joining the show. 1, experience with knuckleheads, obviously at Last Chance U. 2, from Compton himself. I'm very curious to see, and obviously he's a head coach. He's the only guy to give Independence Community College, I believe, a winning record until he arrived. So I think he has a good eye for football and talent and stuff like that too. So I want to know what he thinks of Jalen Carter as a prospect. So I do want to go. Actually, Chris, do we have him? Should I go to break a little bit early? Okay, I'll do this because I do want to continue to have the defensive tackle conversation. I also want to make sure we get JB in here too, but I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
If they pass on Carter, if they pass on Kancey, they like the prospect of Kancey, but just not sure of it at 6. I do think there's something to be had there in Keanu Benton, as we said. I do think there's something to be had there in Mozzie Smith, Brees. I can't think of his last name. Well, I want to say Brees Young.
Brian Bisset.
Thank you. I think I think he could be a beast. There's a little bit of speculation there with the injuries that's a little bit sketchy. But when I watched him moving at the combine, I mean, that's a giant human being to be moving as like athletically as he was.
And watch that Mozzie Smith, like the stair drill. I remember Maz had it and he showed it to me. It's insane to see a guy that big to get up those stairs. That, like I said, he had a better grade than Aiden Hutchinson doing it. He's a freak of nature, dude. He's a freak of nature.
Mozzie Smith is a freak of nature. As I said, what the hell is that article? freaks. He was number one, though. And I could see it. Mazi Smith, I think he's like 6'1", 6'2", 330 pounds. Like, if there's concerns about Calijah Kancey in the run game, I think Mazi Smith, like, answers that for you. Like, you could be 6 foot at the defensive tackle position, where the concern with Kancey comes is he's 280 pounds. Now, Aaron Donald, 280 pounds as well, 287, closer to 300. But he's also a little bit bigger, and the highlight tape speaks a little bit louder, if we're being real about it. But, hey, we're going to discuss all that more when we get back. I'm going to introduce Coach JB. We're going to ask him, but not before I tell you guys about Swiss Insurance. Make sure you guys get yourself set up right with my guy Mark over at Swiss Insurance. Again, that's Mark. You can reach him at mark@swissins.com. Again, that's mark@swissins.com. Make sure you hit him up for all your insurance needs, whether it's personal or business, and he'll get you right. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Can't get enough Woodward Sports content? Head over to woodwardsports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to woodwardsports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in Downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
The Fulling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Fulling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private lane reservation for $120. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at fullingwarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Currently trying to get connected with Coach JB. I apologize for that one, guys. I teased that one a little bit too early. I should have been more secure about that one. But Spinny, talk some BS actually, real quick.
Talk some BS. All right.
Yeah.
I just want to turn off from we were talking about defensive tackles, and obviously we talked about how that is the biggest position we need for the Lions. And I see a lot of you guys in the Woodward Sports chat saying who you like. And that's what it is for me. There's not really a bad option when you look at all of those guys. Brian Brisset, Kalijah Kancey. Obviously, I want Jalen Carter the most, but that will cost the highest draft pick. And then in the second round, you've got these Siaki Ikas, Keanu Bentons, Javon Dexter's possibly. He might be in the third. Or Mazi Smith. So this is something the Lions need to address. It is something they're going to address. And like I said, I'm pretty damn sure. I would almost plant my flag to say they're going to do it in the first 3 picks to get a defensive tackle, because as they've done everything, they've grabbed every position of need except for a defensive tackle and a linebacker, and we know that the linebacking class is just as deep as the defensive tackle class, but a lot of those great linebackers you could get in the second round. Demarion Overshown, Dayon Henley, Jack Campbell possibly. So you look at those guys and those first round defensive tackles, there's really 3 of them that most people are mocking in the first round. It's obviously Jalen Carter, Kalijah Kancey, and Brian Brisset. So whoever the Lions end up getting, I believe that Brad Holmes will get the right guy, and he's going to be a great fit to the team. But I'm just praying on Jalen Carter.
What do you? All right, so what is the basement of a Jalen Carter for you though? Because I was listening to something a little bit earlier, and they said there's no in between. He said there's going to be either really, really good or he's going to be either really, really bad. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I think one of the upsides of Jalen Carter is I don't see a really, really bad. I see at least Ed Oliver out of it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And Ed Oliver, at the very least, he's still undersized himself. Like I see like Jalen Carter, he's obviously a mammoth of human beings. I see maybe even a little bit better than Ed Oliver. Do you see on the opposite spectrum, like how bad is the downside of a Jalen Carter?
I'm with you. On his base level, he is a giant human being who can stop the run. So other than like basement being all of the character issues are true, he flames out and you don't get anything. If he does play and plays, stays in shape and all that stuff, but just isn't as good as people think, you're still getting a big body space filler in the middle that'll do what you need to be done out of a defensive tackle. So base level outside of flaming out and not playing in the NFL is a solid defensive tackle who can stop the run.
Do you have because I've never actually like stopped to think about this stuff either. Today was actually the first day I thought about like what is like the negative of Jalen Carter. You know what I'm saying? Like how bad is it if
that's the negative?
Right?
The basement of Jalen Carter
still a space eater.
Is everything you think is true from these reports is true.
Yeah.
And he eats himself out of the league, or he doesn't show up. He's not tied in. He doesn't practice, and you waste the first round pick.
Yeah.
That is the basement in my mind. Because even if he isn't Ndamukong Suh or anything like that, if he is at practice playing, going hard, you're getting a good, solid defensive tackle, a giant body to put in the middle.
And that's why I want to move the conversation on a little bit to Brian Brisset. And then, Chris, if you want to check, he said he's in there, but he doesn't see nothing. I don't know if he got the blue screen or not. But Brian Brisset, when I think of him, I see like the same upside and downside. Maybe more so, a little bit more of an injury concern when it comes to like the downside of a Brian Brisset.
Yeah.
But I still see that like the negative or like at least productive version of him still being a space eater because he's a mammoth of a human being. Brian Brisset, to give you some measurements, 6'5", 298 pounds.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
It's a big boy.
Yeah.
And again, if you guys watch it from the combine, and even just his play at Syracuse as well, the athletic human being. And I think like if he's able to stay healthy, he could almost maybe even be the best defensive tackle in this class. In fact, before the Kancey conversation came up, I mean, Jalen Carter, we knew it was going to be Jalen Carter, but like Brian Brisset was mocked to the Detroit Lions as high as 6 in some drafts. Now, I had beefs with it at that point, which I still do. I still don't think you take him at 6, but if he's there at 18, like honestly, I might be running to the podium for that one because like the downside of a Brian Brisset, I really don't like see one. He's still going to be a space-eating giant fucking human, 6'5", 298 pounds.
Yeah, for sure. You can't, like, guys like that don't grow on trees. You know?
I mean, to be honest with you, I get Kancey has everything you want as a pass rusher, but I think you have a little bit of that in Brian Brisset as well. And like
his combine looked good. Like his pass rushing drills, his cone drills, the bag work.
Yeah,
looked pretty good. He showed a lot of upside of potential pass rushing.
The only concern with him that I did have was like he played alongside Miles Murphy. Trenton Simpson was a part of that defense too, like extremely stacked defense, and like sometimes those situations make other guys look a little bit better, especially alongside the defensive line. But
also like normally the one who's making the other people look better is the defensive tackle.
Yes,
he's the one that is drawing the double teams. He's the one that is clearing lanes for a Trenton Simpson to make something happen. He's the one who's eating the double team so Miles Murphy can get single coverage on the outside. And you never know. I think he not at 6. I'm not taking Brian Brisset at 6, but 18 for sure. If you don't get Jalen Carter.
JB, there's a lot of people that take part of Woodward Sports shows. Obviously, there's four shows now that have kind of fallen into that Kalijah Kancey camp with Adam. Are you like, where are you at? Because you deal with the anti-Kancey at 6 with us, and you deal with the Kancey campaign, from 8 to 10. Where are you falling between all this stuff?
I'm falling between. You have two options here. One, I think 6 is extremely too early to sit here and take Kalijah Kancey. So if that is the Lions guy that they truly want, I would honestly try and trade back anywhere from that 7 to 12 position right there and then take him. Other than that, if I can't find a trading partner to trade back with, I don't want to say I'm settling, because I'm not really settling, because he will turn out to be at least a half decent player in my opinion, but I'm going after Jalen Carter then. Those are honestly the two options that I can see you can doing right here in that position.
I'm taking Jalen. I'm running to the podium if Jalen Carter's there at 6.
I'm really
Shut up.
Dude, because I am like I don't know what the specific situation is with Jalen Carter, but obviously we heard Dan Campbell say there's something interesting that he's got going on with him that he never said good or bad, but he said interesting, and then immediately following that, obviously there's a player probably had the same conversation maybe elsewhere.
Interesting.
Then the Raiders completely take him off the board.
Interesting.
It's rumored that maybe several other teams have completely taken him off the board.
Yeah.
Like I'm curious, what the hell was said? Because you and I are both in the camp too. Like, okay, character issue, sure, whatever. Even Dan Campbell, we could have at least 1 to 2 knuckleheads.
Bad apples.
Yeah, as long as your environment's correct, like you could afford a couple knuckleheads. Like, what is it that's so bad that you're unwilling to take the chance on what he is as a talent? Like, is it outside of character? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, I just got Coach JB. Like, is it like something on the field? Like, him being tired, or because that was never the conversation. It was always character up until the pro day.
Mm-hmm.
You never heard this laziness. You never heard, like, that was never. I mean, we found that one article.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But truth, I mean, maybe we weren't just looking either, though. Maybe we weren't. I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm really curious what the hell is being said.
Me too. And it is on Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes to figure that out. When they sit down with him, if they have already sat down with him to figure out what it means and what he will bring to the team. So I believe those men, they have not steered us wrong outside of Levi Ozarike. And that was just an injury thing. And you're not dealing with injury issues here. Like, when you have a back injury as a 300-plus pound man, like, shit's probably not going to work out too well. So I expect them to do their due diligence, and whatever decision they make, I will accept. But I'm just saying, dude, Jalen Carter looks pretty nice. And if he is Jalen Carter of his Georgia career, then he is a top 3 prospect in this draft, and you just got a blue chip defensive tackle at number 6.
Corona on the Woodward Sports Chat says, I love how character equals soft to these guys. Logic. What?
Who said that?
Well, yeah, where'd you hear him being called soft?
Yeah.
It was
definitely not
once
soft.
in the show was Jalen Carter ever called soft.
Yeah. Would not call him soft.
He's
a
talking
scary,
crazy as hell.
physically imposing human being.
The only situation, the only thing I've ever said was the character, and then he showed up not in shape at the pro day.
Mm-hmm.
And I've given them the excuse of, like, giving the human element. You know what I'm saying? Like, having shit that's not working out for him in life and not be able to totally focus on football. I've also questioned that, like, hey, if football is truly your passion, that should have been like your one place for escape, and you come back stronger. At least that's what a lot of people, you hear anybody that's made success, they have like a story of diversity behind it. Most people. Taylor Swift, her parents were rich before she became Taylor Swift, but like most people who made it
Johnny
somewhere.
Manziel.
Yeah, like,
Johnny Manziel had oil money.
There's like a story there. There's a backstory of, like, what they had to overcome and how it made them stronger, how it made them hungrier. And that was like the story presented, or path presented, for Jalen Carter. It's just that either A, he didn't take it, or B, he didn't take it yet.
Yeah.
Because the story's not over.
What if I told you the best defensive tackle of all time almost didn't get drafted?
All right, you tripping saying he's the best defensive tackle of all time. All right, let's take a quick break.
That's
We
how
do got Coach
the
JB.
30 for 30 would be if he was.
Tell us about how you cut your
like
hair.
Rand University. That's a great 30 for 30.
It is.
Still got.
We got Coach JB waiting.
Oh, okay. I will. And that's at Lady Jane's, because you can come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win down payment on your dream home up to $200,000. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, no appointment necessary, because the Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry. Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. pros to Joes, you'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Jumpin' Puck, Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
We got young Chris in the TD booth, JB Smooth, the ones and twos, and alongside joining us, Coach JB, all the way out from, I don't know, he's not Compton no more, but Coach JB out in California. What up, though, man? Thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate you. Coach, can you see us?
I don't know why it's not
fixing his audio.
Yeah, it's.
Coach, are you muted by chance?
I'm getting audio levels now. Huh.
Maybe it's like the videos where audience can hear him, but we can't.
Is Busby clicked?
Yeah. Busby is clipped. The arrows are checked. Speaker S is unchecked.
Hey, let me shoot him a message then.
Not sure.
I wanted to get Coach JB on the show because obviously part of Last Chance U, colleges where kids go to get their second chances at football, their football dreams, and Jalen Carr's been labeled as a knucklehead, both by media and lots of other people too. But blue screen with black pitch. Oh, he's in now too. Let me check his audio real quick. Is your mic muted?
I'm getting levels.
Man, what do you think, Spitty?
I don't know. We just gotta keep going. We can't do this. We can't problem solve live on air.
Why not? I'm asking you, because you work the TD booth, though. I'm saying, what should you do?
Yeah, I mean, I can go over there and look, but we're live on air.
You want to go in there and look, and then I'll be live on air?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, guys. We're trying to get Coach. He's got some audio. Chris is saying he's getting levels. I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, that's why I wanted to speak to Coach, because not only has he been around kids labeled as knuckleheads or problems, whatever to solve. I also want to know what he's seen in them and what it takes to get those kids to change back, because obviously that's been his job there at Independence College. Yo, we got him. We hear him now. I don't know what you guys did, but you fixed it, Coach. Thank you. I apologize for all the mishaps there.
You got some complicated shit over there, dog.
It's next level, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Coach, what do you make of this Jalen Carter stuff and having been around kids, giving second chances at JUCO? I don't know. What do you make of his situation and him as a prospect?
Nobody really knows, man. You can't speak out your, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth or speak out the side of my face when I don't really know. I'm not there. I got somebody on that staff, but you really don't know the scenario. All I know is he put himself in a bad situation, and now he's got to deal with that. And NFL security is really, really finite when they dig through and fine-tooth comb every single player. I've had 22 NFL teams call me in the last 2 weeks alone for a few of my players getting drafted this year. Every year I go through this with players. The former FBI, CIA, sheriffs, National Guard. NFL hires the best of the best. They're retired, and now they work in NFL security. They are going to fine-tooth comb every single detail in your background, from elementary school all the way to wherever you are now. And I'm sure that they're giving intel to particular teams, like the Raiders, who said they're no longer interested. And then you have the Detroit Lions coming out and saying, basically, we have interesting stories we won't share, but they're interesting to say the least, which tells you basically we're probably not going to mess with them either. So there's something out there, but do we really know what it is? No. NFL security, that's what they do.
Yeah, and what would you say would be the trade-off of talent to something like that? Because obviously this guy was a blue chip stock, potential, top three prospect in this draft. So how much is that weighed where you look at the talent of a guy compared to the back history and the problems that he might deal with?
I mean, I don't know. The NFL's full of them. I mean, Kamara's dealing with some drama. Kareem Hunt's hit a girl. Mixon's known to hit a girl on camera. I mean, Tyreek Hill. The list goes on. It's a long, long laundry list of guys who have done things in this league. And now you have the Henry Ruggs deal, and now you have another issue. The issue that blows me away is the NFL don't do anything to prevent it. They don't do any preventative measures. Everything's a tweet after the fact. There is no proactive assistance for these guys. This is an unlimited resource-driven league. There's unlimited resources. The NFL and the teams have car drivers. They have resources to help with people who drink and they're chilling. They got cars to pick them up. It's really inexcusable, and it's really Roger Goodell and everybody in the world that come out and talk about player safety and this and this and this, but refuse to address the real issues. And that is the we want to worry about the game on the field, but we're not worried about the product off of it. And that is why there is such a big there's so many issues right now with these young kids who get a big bag of money and have never, ever, ever had it before, and they don't know what to do with it but to go be dumb. And that's what you see a lot of. The risk versus reward is to answer your question, is risk versus reward. And you got guys in the league right now who are playing that are being allowed to. So I don't see what the big difference is here. If the kid's good enough to play, so be it. The problem is he hasn't played an NFL down yet. So these other guys have, and that's what they know, and that's why they give them these big bags and willing to take the risk. This guy has not played it down yet. Are you willing to take a risk with a guy that hasn't played it down in your men's league yet? Is he going to be a cancer? It takes one bad apple to ruin the whole batch, and you pay him a first-round paycheck? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how far he drops. Is it a Laramie Tunsil situation from a few years ago, or is it even worse? We will see, but only time will tell on that deal. But you know, the NFL wants the best players. They really don't care too much about what they do off the field as long as they produce on it.
Coach, now you got the daily show that you do on your channel as well. Like, are you paying more attention to the draft, and like, what do you make of Carter as like a pure prospect on the field? Like, how do you think his game translates to the NFL level?
I think he needs some work, man. I think he's got to lose some of his weight. We like, interior guys, 3 techniques, inside shades, 2 eyes, different guys that we like to play inside. They demand a double. We want our interior guys to be a little quicker. Our 3 techniques are bigger body guys. I think he can play either or, but he's probably going to end up playing the 3 technique if we don't lose some booty weight. We love looking at we love looking at the booties of D tackles, man. To be honest, that's how we recruit. To be honest, when we recruit, that's the first thing we throw the laser on, or the red dot, is their hamstrings, their glutes, their ass. We want to see how big it is, for the simple fact that they got to get low, take on a double, demand a double, and then they got to still get skinny and try to fight the double. And that is what we look at when we're recruiting these guys, what the bend is, their knee bend, their hips, their swivel. How do they track the ball? Can they retrace? Can they turn around and chase the ball down on a reverse? Different things when we look at when we're looking at D linemen like this. I got a lot of them I've sent to the NFL. He can play. I want to see how quick twitch he is watching a little more film, but he can play the shade or the 3. It just depends on what he's weighing right now. And obviously not doing too much in the combine or in the draft. I don't know what he's doing pro day wise. Interested to see how he moves, how he retraces, his first step, how physical he is at the point of contact when 2 hats double him, how physical he is, and can he rip through something? Can he get low, start a pile up for his teammates to then trace the ball? All those things are little intangibles, but the bottom line, the number one intangible thing is he a team guy? Because if he's not, he's going to go into the wrong gap, and he's going to do something he's not supposed to do, and it's going to burn his teammates. And this is why they do background situational checks like this, so that doesn't happen. So he doesn't go and lose gap integrity, goes through a wrong gap on a stunt when he's supposed to be in A gap. He goes in B gap, and the linebacker's in A gap, and they hit each other because he wants to be hard-headed and not listen. They weigh in on all this stuff. Is the kid coachable? Is he coachable? That's going to be number one, or is he going to go drive a car off a cliff racing during week 8 of the season? This is why they do these checks.
And then the other question I wanted to ask you too is, like, having your situation in JUCO, there are the kids that, you know, sometimes labeled as knuckleheads. Like, what characteristics do you look for in kids to make that transition from being a bit of a knucklehead to becoming that team guy you're talking about?
I never judge a kid before he gets to me. I've taken, you know, hundreds of Division I transfers. I've had them come to me. They could have been leaving Alabama or Michigan or Ohio State or what have you. Regardless of what has happened, unless it's like a domestic violence thing or something regarding that, I wouldn't touch the person at all. I wouldn't touch that kid and bring him in. But if it was credit cards or weed or grades or being a knucklehead and maybe a DUI, I don't know. I've had all those type of players. I don't judge you from what you did before. I judge you how you are with me. And I have an opportunity to help you, mold you, and massage you back into a big-time player and fix some things, then that's what I'll do. JUCO was football jail. That's what it was for. That is why I created it the way I did, and that's why I have 28 guys in the NFL and 270 Division I and 8 winning the Super Bowl, and the list goes on, plus the highest graduation rate and highest GPA among football playing JUCOs. And that's why I sent 145 kids D1 in 4 years at Indy on that show, is because I am how I am, and I don't have any regrets. It's football jail. Come in, work hard, grind, become a better person, and I'll teach you those things if you're willing. If you're not, then I'm going to cut you, and you're probably damaged goods. So this is the second school you've left. So when it comes to character evaluation and those type of things, I have a grading system, to be honest, man. I grade them out, what they're coming to me for versus how did I get them. We only get 3 types of kids, really, maybe 4. We get a non-qualifier out of high school who doesn't have the grades to go to an Alabama, but is an Alabama type of player. That's one kid. The second kid is a transfer from Alabama who either felled out, got kicked out for various reasons, or the third type of kid we get is a guy that wants to play. He's not getting the time that he wants, so he wants to transfer to play, and we'll take him. That's been eliminated now, though, and this is why I think you're seeing more and more drama with these kids and more incidents with these kids, because JUCO used to be the transfer portal. There is no more JUCO transfer portal, meaning you leave Alabama and you go JUCO for a year, you get humbled, and then you go back to an Alabama type of program. That is no longer. Now you're in a portal, sitting there, thousands of kids trying to fit into 130 schools. Just do the math. It doesn't make sense. There's not 1,000 D1s. There's 132. So when there's 10,000 kids in the portal, where do you think they're going? They used to go JUCO. Now they're not. They're sitting there thinking they're going to be the next big best thing since sliced bread waiting to happen, and they're basically wasting themselves, and they're sitting in a portal, and that's why you see a lot more trouble, a lot more drama. Kids aren't being humbled anymore, and they're not being told what they need to be told. They're being told what they want to hear, and there's a huge difference. And there's an old adage in coaching: you either coach it or you allow it, and we're allowing it at an all-time rate. And this is why we're seeing the issues that we're seeing at Alabama with basketball, Alabama with football now. The issues just keep continuing. They've always been around, but I think they're even more now, more so now.
So specifically looking at Jalen Carter's case and what happened with him with the drag racing incident and the leaving the scene, I wanted to ask you, obviously, like you said, you've dealt with a lot of kids in positions similar, making mistakes and trying to right the ship, especially going into the most important couple weeks of his young life in the draft process and all of that. What would you have advised him to do in that situation, and how do you think you would have told him to handle that?
You mean after the fact?
Yes.
That's the thing, man. That's the issue. You go through my 20 years plus of coaching, we've all had issues. We've had kids that do dumb things, but I don't believe they're being preached to, I guess is the word, enough. We're not proactive enough in this profession right now, for the simple fact that the turnover rate every semester is, I don't believe it is possible to do what we used to do. And let me explain real quick if I can. The philosophies change per program, per coach. Ideologies change, philosophies change, cultures are different. Alabama's culture is completely different than LSU's. It's completely different than Notre Dame, USC. USC's culture is completely different than UCLA. I mean, everyone's different. So what happens is when you have high turnover rate like we have right now in this portal, you go from an Alabama learning a culture that is conducive to sending guys to the NFL, and you learn how to tackle a certain type of way. You learn how to be in meetings and conduct yourself a certain type of way. You leave that school and you go to Toledo, where they tackle a different way. They have a different philosophy in the weight room. They have a different classroom study hall policy. You have this how many times? You got kids transferring 4 times in 4 years. So my point is, you have kids every spring semester now in bunches. How do you get through to all these kids and be proactive to preach the gospel and say, listen, man, this ain't what we're doing. We're not drag racing. We're not treating women this way. We're not calling women the B word. We're not sagging. We're going to sit in the front row of class. All these things are no longer, because the culture now is about how fast can I get these new transfers to learn my system, learn my offense, my defense, get in and out, and let me get them wherever. And let me win a lot of games to keep my job as the head coach. Before it used to be, let me graduate, matriculate, and educate. We're not doing that anymore. Now it's about, how fast can I get this kid in? This kid's in the portal. Hey, you 4 GAs, make sure you're looking at these kids in the portal. We got to get linemen this year. And then not knowing their background, because we're so fast trying to keep up with the Joneses, that because Georgia got a kid and LSU got a kid, now we got to get the same kid without doing due diligence, without doing background checks, without doing our own research and homework. And people don't dive into this stuff I'm talking to you about, man. They don't want to dive deep into it. There's a lot more underlying issues, and transferring is a whole completely different topic. We can talk about that for hours and hours and hours. But that is the sole reason, in my opinion, that we have the issues we're having. We're not being proactive in how we're teaching these kids. And here's the bottom line to answer the question, and I'll sum it up real easy. These kids do not fear anything anymore. And I don't mean fear in a bad way. I don't mean you're fearing Coach JB because he's going to choke slam me. No, I mean you're not fearing the coach anymore on fearing letting him down, fearing letting her down. Man, I screwed up and I let coach down, and he got me a scholarship, and he took care of my mom, and he got my other brother graduated, and he's going to get me where I need to go. And the definition of coach is getting you where you could not get yourself. And these kids don't care no more, dog. They don't care about fearing to let you down. They have no fear in letting you down anymore. They're the most disrespectful, lazy, enabled, self-gratifying. They want instant gratification. They want. They don't give. They have no idea what hard work is and how it is to attain something through hard work and effort and work for it and earn it. They want. And then when they don't get, they enter the portal, and their mamas let them. And that's the problem. Our households are so screwed up. We allow it. We don't coach it. We got kids telling their mamas what they will and will not eat, what color car they want to get when they turn 16. I mean, it's unbelievable to me. And the parents who hold the keys to the car are giving them out. And these kids never even learn how to drive. And that's what is so mind-boggling to me right now. We're allowing it, and instead of coach it, and it's across America. It's through the college landscape, basketball, football, baseball, you name it. The portal is all-time high, and I just don't think you can preach anymore like we once did because of the transfer rate and the lack of culture.
Coach, this has been some really great, really insightful stuff.
Yeah.
The people over Sports Chat are blowing up. They want to know where they get some more Coach JB, and I know you got the whiskey, and you got the cigars and stuff too. Plug yourself in, man, because I know you're live daily yourself.
Yeah, I'm the first thing going in the mornings, man. I'm at 6 a.m. on the West Coast. I go 3 hours every day on the Coach JB show on YouTube, and then obviously on social media and all that. If they quit deleting my Instagrams, because I guess they don't like real people on those profiles, so I'll probably never get Instagram back. But used to be verified on there. They deleted that about 3 times, so I'm tired of making those up. So I'm going to stay off Instagram. But, I'm on Twitter. Obviously, that's where I do all my I guess my talking, and don't start none, won't be none. That's basically what I say on Twitter. But the coach, the real coach _ JB, and then TikTok. I don't really mess with TikTok. Those youngsters, man, I can't really mess with. And before I leave, man, I appreciate the plug, but that is who I would coach if I was coaching right now. TikTokers. Do you realize I'd be fired tomorrow? You know I'd be fired tomorrow because that is who they are. I could not imagine coaching these TikTok kids.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd say a lot more, but I'm trying to turn over a leaf, man. I'm trying to limit my cussing on my own show now, so I'm trying to be nice, man. Nice guy. We'll try it out for at least a couple weeks. If it don't work, I'll go back to being my slapdick self.
There you go. Appreciate you so much, Coach. That was amazing, man.
Thank you.
All right, brother. I appreciate you guys.
See you, Coach.
See you later, Coach.
Goated.
Dude, that was...
Coach JB keeps it real, man.
Coach JB definitely keeps it real. That was awesome.
Make sure you check him out, man. Coach JB
so awesome.
on YouTube, and he shout out his Twitter as well. Spinny, we do got to go to break. We got to get to our guy, John Maakaron, but not before we talk about some custom health.
Custom health centers, man. You can go from Corey Spaghetti to Corey Maggette, like Ryan Ermanni right there. But in all seriousness, Ryan Ermanni enlisted the help of Custom Health Centers. Now he's down upwards of 18 pounds. You can do the same. All you have to do is call Custom Health Centers at 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-8446. Call Custom Health Centers today and let them help you lose some weight.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. Because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals in town. Plus, they will beat all competitors by $5. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Your vitamin D headquarters.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joining my guy Spin Mo Racks. We have the heavyweights alongside Young Chris, JP Smooth, and now another guest, John Maakaron.
The man, the myth, the legend. You probably know him on Twitter as Detroit Sports Podcast.
Yes, sir.
This is I'm excited for this one because I know he's a Michigan guy too. So I want to talk to him a little bit about what's going on with Michigan today.
The Jaden Davis stuff. I'm curious. What's up, man?
Yeah, it's good to talk to you guys. But Spencer, I'm a state guy. But I would definitely love talking about Michigan. I'm a state guy, absolutely. I graduated, diehard state, always enjoy it. Today's a great day. Hunter Dickinson told Juwan Howard what he thought of him and bounced out real quick.
Hell yeah, brother. That's how I like
Is that how it went down?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Hunter Dickinson.
Oh, you mean like a roundabout way?
Yeah, being a roundabout way. But
okay.
Hunter Dickinson's gone. That just makes me happy as well. So it's awesome. And I don't know if you just heard, but we just had Coach JB on talking about Jalen Carter and what's going on there. So I do want to get your initial thoughts of Jalen Carter, the Lions at 6. Do you think that's the right move? Do you think that is the move the Lions could make or even will make?
Yeah, I listened to that whole thing. I am a fan of Coach JB, but you get a sense that guy's been staring at way too many booties because he's grumpy. He needs to be grinding himself, trying to find some of them NIL dollars so he can get some better players. Man, that guy is get off my lawn, coach. My goodness. But hey, when you're dealing with a bunch of troubled kids that much, I can get a sense that you get a little bit grumpy looking at today's kids. But hey, if you show them the green, they'll definitely show you some respect, is kind of how I understand it these days.
Facts.
But look, listen, Jalen Carter, man, that's the talk, right? Do the Lions take a chance if he's there? You heard Dan Campbell say at the owners' meeting that he's been investigating, talked to one of his teammates, and came up with some interesting revelations. Look, from what you've heard of what the Lions are looking for, no turds allowed. And by all accounts, Jalen Carter is the ultimate turd when you don't, when you can't show up and show out at your own pro day where that is literally tailored for you to show out. I just think that, look, if the Raiders take you off their board with the freaks they got as fans and the players they've brought in their past, if the Raiders are saying we don't want you, what does that say? Me personally, I think that if you turn on the tape and you see this high motor player that can get the job done, I think that the Lions should take a long and hard look at him. But when you look at in totality, would the organization take a chance on this player being the risks that he has? I think the NFL likes to avoid all of that mess, especially when you have other players that you could bring in with similar talent without some of the baggage. And look, man, when you realize that, look, outside of football, and I know we're talking about his potential, outside of football, he's been dealing with a lot. The issues that he had and faced at Georgia, that stuff doesn't just go away in a few days, in a few months. To look at him as a person, that dude's probably got a lot of things he's got to wrestle with. So for me personally, I say outside of the talent, yeah, I wouldn't be upset or terribly pissed off if they got him, but I would say avoid the headache and remove the risk and go out there and get a blue chip talent that day one is going to come in, fit into that locker room and ball out, because this team doesn't need nonsense moving forward. We got some stuff to take care of to try and get to the playoffs.
100% agree. Yeah, it's kind of a weird scenario too, because the way Coach JB articulated it and it kind of like clicked with me, and I never had an issue with taking guys with character issues. It's always been like the on-field production, because we've seen the Ray Lewises, the Alden Smiths. We see them come into the games and they wreck it. They wreck it. They're great players. Just off the field have a little bit of issues. But the league's full of those types of guys. So it's like, what is the big deal taking them at 6? I'm guessing maybe so it's a contract at that point, guaranteed money. I don't know. But outside of that, say we were gonna say something, John. I apologize.
No, I'm going to say that when you look at the mix of what's going on in this locker room, it's a tight locker room. It's fun. It's lighthearted. You don't see too many problems. You don't see too many guys spouting off negatively. I just think that the risk maybe just slightly outweighs the reward, especially when there's such a deep defensive tackle class. You don't need the headache. Why bring that into the Lions? You don't need the headache at all.
That's a fair point. It's kind of what we were getting to at the beginning of the show too. But moving on to the offensive side of the ball, we've been well documented as Jared Goff haters. Honestly, I like the guy. It's his fans I dislike. Truthers. There we go. There's a term. What do you make of like some of the quarterback talk, the quarterback rumblings around the Detroit Lions? Because you're there with them every day, day in, day out. Like what do you make of Jared Goff and his future with the Detroit Lions? And do you think they should dress, possibly the next guy up?
Man, it's so complicated with Jared Goff. He earned the right to be the starter, obviously, maybe even for the next several seasons based on what the Lions have done. Look, guys, here's the problem. If there was a quarterback that could seriously test Jared Goff right now, the Lions would take him. They're not scared of upgrading talent. They're not scared of competition. They want to create that. But all the guys that potentially you're looking at all have some serious stuff that are cons as well that would preclude you from taking them. So there's a chance the Lions don't even draft a quarterback at all. Is there a quarterback that you guys say, wow, could come in 2023 right away and test Jared Goff right now?
No.
Not really. I think that Anthony Richardson's the closest, but he's a project. So Jared Goff really hit the lotto in regards to the fact that this quarterback class is not viewed amongst the best that have come out. So this offense has been tailored to him. I mean, look, Brad Holmes tells the media that he's going to upgrade the backup quarterback spot, looks around the league and ends up back with Nate Sudfeld. That's the competition for Jared Goff. So Goff, look, in my mind, when you can tailor an offense with an offensive line, supremely great talent with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamison Williams, Jared Goff can get the job done at his current salary. But guys, are you going to cut a check to Jared Goff for $45 million plus for the next 5 years? No,
not a chance.
So it's just unfortunate there's not really a talent. I mean, you could look at Max Duggan, you can look at Clayton Tune, Jake Haener, you can look at some of these guys, but I wouldn't it's not something where they're going to seriously test Goff in 2023. It's unfortunate. You would like to see Anthony Richardson and his passing be a little bit more developed, but he's raw. So I don't see the Lions doing that. But Jared Goff, I think, has done enough to warrant, criticism being kind of put aside. But he's got big pressure on him this year. And if he doesn't get the Lions to the playoffs, then it's going to be, the noise is going to ramp right back up. He's got to get to the playoffs and probably arguably win a playoff game this year.
Yeah, for sure. That's my expectations of this team, at least. And we've looked at what they've been doing through free agency. They've added, obviously, a lot in that defensive backfield going forward, but those guys are on a majority of them one-year deals. You look at Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, one-year deal, Emmanuel Mosley, one-year deal, Jeff Okudah more than likely on the last year of his deal. What do you think the odds are of them still addressing that cornerback spot in the first 2 rounds?
Yeah, Brad Holmes speaking to the reporters at the league meetings, very candid. And I think the blessing of this Lions regime is when they speak, if you listen carefully, they give a lot of clues regarding what their plans are. And Brad Holmes said when he was with the Rams, they did not stop building strength. He said when he was with the Rams, when they were even back in St. Louis, he said that they built up the defensive line and kept stocking the talent there. So what have the Lions done? They've selected they've selected prospects along the offensive line and defensive line. They selected multiple cornerbacks in free agency. So absolutely, I think if a player fits what the Lions are trying to do, you obviously are building in the trenches, and you obviously want to continue to build competition and depth in your secondary. But guys, open it up as well. There is an opportunity when you see what the holes are remaining. I would not be surprised at all if they select an offensive lineman. They don't have any guards signed beyond 2023. So I can see them taking an offensive lineman, a guard at number 18. For me, if you ask me today what the Lions are doing, I think they go Tyree Wilson at number 6, huge, massive body with a lot of upside, and they look at potentially a cornerback, a defensive back with number 18. Oh, but if they get lucky, I wouldn't be surprised if they took Tyree Wilson and potentially looking to Calijah Kancey or looking to another defensive lineman. This football team is willing to build on their strengths, and they have no problem as long as a player fits and has the talent. But I think they still stick with defense, but with an opportunity to even take a swing at an offensive lineman in the first round.
John, we went a little bit over with Coach JB. I do want to keep you because I have one more question regarding Jamison Williams because he's a promising, bright piece of this Detroit Lions offense. But do you mind if we go to break real quick and come back?
I'm here as long as you guys need me. I got a lot of things I want to talk to you guys about too.
Let's go. All right, bet.
All right. Let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm, and then we'll be right back. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions for real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. And of course, they have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay the frick out.
Right now, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm boy Eazy, joined by my man Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
We got young Chris in the TD booth, JB Smooth, the 1 to 2s. We are joined by John Maakaron from the Detroit Sports Podcast. And again, you're day in, day out with this Detroit Lions team. And I got to ask, I guess, what's this particular player like or been like when you've been around him in the locker room? I'm talking about Jameson Williams because this offseason, certain rumors have come up, whether it's through fan bases or, larger media outlets talking about bringing in a new quarterback under the name of Lamar Jackson. And J-Mo hasn't been vocal, but he's been active with his Twitter fingers and Instagram and liking these posts about Lamar Jackson becoming the new quarterback of the Detroit Lions. What do you make of that situation? And, what is his vibe in the locker room? Like, is he around the guys? Does he seem like a team guy? Is he? I don't know. What's going on with this guy? Are we reading too much into that?
Yeah, no, you're reading too much into it. It's good fodder for us that follow it on social media, that pay attention to what people are liking. He shouldn't be doing it. I mean, when you like a photo clearly with Lamar Jackson in it, talking about, hey, Lamar Jackson would be great tossing the ball deep to J-Mo, and he likes it. I mean, what does that tell you? But, again, young people on Twitter all the time having their fun. I don't read too much into it. Look, guys, it's interesting. Now I'm curious to see how J-Mo is going to act in the locker room. Because when you first get there, obviously you're learning, you're shy, you're not as flamboyant as possible, you're not doing your thing. So he was very low-key, laid back, said all the right things, and I think he was learning his way through all the things you got to do with the media. I mean, when you're there, you get 10 people right away getting in your face, asking you a lot of questions, but I think he handled it very well, very professionally. Now, as he becomes more involved in this offense, does he speak up a little bit more? Does he speak up if Jared Goff doesn't toss him the football enough? Because look, even though we all expect that he's going to get more touches, he's still got to develop trust with Jared Goff. Goff is going to be looking to Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's his boy. Jameson's got to earn it, and I don't think nothing is going to be handed to this young player. I do think, though, that when you look at the talk about Lamar Jackson, this offense doesn't fit anything that Lamar does, so you would have to blow up the offensive line and redo the offense to bring him in, so he knows that. And I don't care that he likes pictures. I mean, I like Lamar Jackson too. I think that Lamar being here would be something very unique and maybe could put the Lions over the top. But I think as well, so can Jared Goff if the likes of Jameson Williams can step up and ball out. But guys, taper your expectations at least the first half of the year. He's going to get targets, but this offense is going to be smash mouth, run the football, and similar to what you saw at the end of last year, give the ball to Amon-Ra when you need be, take some calculated risks deep, but J-Mo's going to have to wait. He's not going to blow up right away, and I'm curious to see how he acts if the first 6-7 games he's not targeted as much as many of us would expect.
Is he hanging around the guys though? Like in the locker room, are they hang? Like, is he around the teammates, like laughing, goofing off? Like,
yeah, Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. The position groups hang together. Definitely has a lot of respect for Amon-Ra St. Brown. A lot of respect for Khalif Raymond. No. Listen. When you come to the Lions and their leadership that was there, they take players in and they handle it very well. There's going to be nobody that's going to be sidestepping or acting a fool in that locker room, especially when a guy like me is sitting right there. Within 5 seconds, it'll be tweeted out if he's acting nonsensically. No, they're listen. The Lions, when they say they don't draft turds, they talk to these guys well. They integrate them well. They have a good wide receivers room. The vibe at Allen Park is fun, jovial, a good time, and everybody's there to, one, put in the work, but two, he is around the guys, and he's going to be a good teammate. But remember, these wide receivers tend to be divas. Now when you get the spotlight on you, when a guy like me who writes at All Lions for a major publication is going to be like, hey, why isn't J-Mo catching 6 balls a game instead of 4? Why isn't he getting all the touches in the red zone? Why is the ball going to Amon-Ra? Why is the ball going to Marvin Jones? When a guy like me kind of talks about Jameson, how is he going to handle it? So we'll see. I think he'll handle it well because of what's in that locker room, but you never know when the heat gets turned up, how a player responds. But I do think at this point, Jameson Williams is going to be just fine, especially with the leaders in that locker room.
I wanted to just get your thoughts on the Jamal Williams situation and what went on there. Obviously, I think David Montgomery is an upgrade from Jamal Williams as just a player on the field, but you being in the locker room and being around the team a lot, you know more than anyone the effect that Jamal Williams had outside or off of the field with him being a locker room presence and stuff like that. Do you think there's somebody who could step up into those shoes to fill, or the Lions will just kind of take that running with the team they have now?
Yeah, I think Jamal kind of and his agent failed to understand the business of the NFL. If the Lions offered $5.5 million to $6 million, he should have signed that right away. How do you turn that down when you realize this offensive line, what this offense is? How are you going to act as if you don't know what's going on? These running backs are treated poorly in the National Football League. They're dismissed. They're moved aside. And when he decided to shop his contract, I shop looking for another offer, the Lions quickly moved on and said, hey, we can get a younger, more talented player, and they quickly signed David Montgomery. So the way I look at it, you give Jamal Williams credit for what he did. He took advantage of the situation that he had, 17 touchdowns. He earned a contract, but I don't think North at his age and what the league views as running backs, you could get a running back in the draft and pay him less than $1 million. So you have to read the room as a professional. And I just think that he did not feel that the Lions embraced him the way that he wanted to be embraced. He didn't feel the love. And when that offer came, he shopped it, and the Lions quickly moved on. It's a business. And I just think that for what the Lions are looking for, they upgraded. So David Montgomery has been at the top of missed tackles for the better part of the early part of his career. So they got a younger version of Jamal Williams, and they gave him a contract that they felt was fair. So I think Jamal Williams, when you see the contract that he gets, goes to a team that's not as good as the Lions. I think, unfortunately, when you gamble with your career, sometimes it comes up snake eyes. And thanks, Jamal, for what you did, but the Lions are moving on. They got better.
Yeah, screw that guy. I gave him a Goku figure at training camp, and he never gave me my interview. Messed up. He ghosted me.
See, terrible. There you go.
Really hurt.
John, I know you said you had some stuff you want to talk about with us. Did you want to sit through one more break? Because we go through one more break and we'll be evened out again, or you got to get going?
No, I'm here. I got some things to talk. No problem. I'm enjoying it.
All right,
let's take one more break.
Let me tell you guys about Big Boy, because Seafood Fest is back at Big Boy. Catch it while you can. Some favorites during Lent, like the shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir fry, and all new fish sandwich are back. Don't forget the all-you-can-eat fish buffet on Friday nights. Just go to your local Big Boy today and satisfy those taste buds.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Can't get enough Woodward Sports content? Head over to woodwardsports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to woodwardsports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they beat all competitors by
$5.
By $5. Don't forget to pick up that Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, or Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPepperTanning.com, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. Your vitamin D headquarters. Once again, y'all know where to go. It's ChiliPeppersTanning.com.
Welcome back to Woodwardsports.com. We're the Woodward Heavyweights. Young Chris, Spin More Racks, Eazy, JB, John Maakaron joined the show. Before we went to break in the first segment, you said there was a couple things you wanted to talk about with us. I was curious what you had, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just thinking as I started the show, you got Megan Thee Stallion, and she's out there throwing out first pitches. All right, I got to ask, you get her phone number. How long does it take before you text her? And if you get a first date, where do you take a lady like Megan Thee Stallion out on a first date? Because I feel like, man, I definitely am a married guy, but I look at Megan Thee Stallion and I say, you know what? If I had a chance to take her out, I think a nice dinner, and I think there's an opportunity for a good time there. You know, maybe a nice hip-hop concert, nice dinner, and we could have some fun, man. I was like, wow. I was impressed by what she brought to the table. I was like, you know what? The Tigers should bring her and throw out every first pitch if they want to raise ticket sales, because there ain't nobody going to be showing up to Comerica. But if they got Megan Thee Stallion out, show up to 20 games.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I'll be there for sure. I
got a couple spots.
I wait like a couple days to text her back, like a day or two to text her. You know, you gotta.
Yeah, what are you gonna hit with the who dis?
Yeah, be like, oh, what up, Meg? No, you know, maybe Texas Day, Brazil. It's prime and proper, somewhere nice downtown.
Yeah.
Figure out what she's doing, and then
I don't want to out myself, but again, we have like 99% like males listening.
Yeah.
Best spot, and I've successfully.
Joe Muir?
Smashed every time. No. There's a spot in Ferndale. It's called Go Comedy.
Yeah.
And it's like an improv comedy spot. So like you go, it's a vibe. You guys are laughing, like having a good time. You're knocking back a few drinks as the night goes on, and like it's already like you don't have to entertain her. The entertainment's provided. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are laughing together. It's already a vibe. So from that point, you're already you're happy, and just. You go for a little bit more drinks, or you knock them down afterward. That's the best spot. But there's a new spot I want to try too. It's called Speakeasy. I haven't been there yet, but I was like, dude,
really?
Yeah, I was like, gotta try it. You have to reserve, and you have to give them a code. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's in the basement and everything.
It's easy, baby.
That's the code. I gotta check it out. Is that what it's called?
The Speakeasy.
Yeah, it is a Speakeasy.
Oh, okay. What's it called?
Johnny's.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna try that spot though too.
Okay.
Because any spot with entertainment provided though, that's the best spot.
Yeah.
So to smash comedy and speakeasies. Okay, I got it. Got it jotted down, man.
Yeah,
so it's good stuff. And then the other thing I had was all the hype with the Lions. You know, I'm a guy, obviously, longtime Lions fan, covered now the team for 5 years. This is a lot of hype for the Lions. I mean, you got national media, lots of hype. Part of me is like, okay, do I finally buy in to what's going on? Obviously, lots of pundits, lots of fans, 97% of season ticket holders renewed to watch this team. But part of me, I can't shake it. And obviously, it's because I've been traumatized. I was a season ticket holder in the 90s. But part of my brain won't let me get fully excited and say, you know what? This team's going to win 10 games and go to the playoffs, win a game. Part of me is like, okay, now the other shoe's going to drop because there's so many expectations. How do I let go and shake this fear that the Lions are going to fall flat on their ass and win like 6-7 games, deal with a bunch of injuries, all the chaos that could happen? Because obviously in my writing at All Lions and my podcasting at Detroit Sports Podcast, I am a cynic more than I am, but there's a lot of fans that are starting to turn it. But I'll let you guys try to convince me. Is this the year, guys? Are we winning a playoff game this year? Am I going to cover one playoff win since 91? Am I going to cover a team that actually wins and gets to the playoffs this year? Is it going to happen?
You are. And not only are you going to cover a playoff win, you're going to cover a home playoff win. Because this team is going to win the division and they're going to win their playoff game. Because this is something that I haven't seen before. Obviously, in my 26 years of life as a Lions fan, I've never seen this action from the top down, the competent front office, the great decision making, all of this. And it's not just like I talked to my dad about. My dad's 70 years old. And he tells me the same thing. Like, this is something he's never seen in his life from a Lions organization. So this is new, uncharted territories. And you can ask Eazy. Last year, my win prediction was 7-10 for the Detroit Lions. The year before that, my win prediction was 2-14-1. So I was never on this, buying into the hype right away. Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, they're going to save it. They're going to do it right away. But they've proven that they are building, and the moves they've made has just propelled them into obviously they're the favorite to win the NFC North. They're one of the top 5 favorites to win the NFC in general, and they don't even have the draft yet where they have 4 picks in the first 2 rounds. So for me, I'm just taking a leap of faith, and I will be completely destroyed and disappointed if they don't win the division and win a playoff game this year.
I got PTSD.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. We all got PTSD. We all have that little voice in our head that says, wait a minute, this shit's hilarious, listening to all the pundits saying this team can get to the Super Bowl, win the NFC, 9.5 wins is the win total projected in Vegas. This shit's crazy, but I'm loving it. I think it's much more fun to cover this football team with this head coach, and you realize, man, they might have actually did it right by building a bridge with a great general manager and a head coach and taking a chance on a quarterback that was dismissed. And it's all there, guys. It's all there. And I can only imagine. I was there when the Monday Night Football game happened with the Chicago Bears, and you realize the vibe that was there. It's a hungry fan base. They consume everything. They read everything, all the podcasts, all the shows. So this fan base there's no more deserving of a fan base to get a win and have some playoff wins. I mean, look at it. One playoff win? How crazy is that a football team can go decades with one playoff win? And hopefully this year you might even get 2. So I'm hoping that it happens because it's I know how to cover a losing football team. I'm an expert at that. I'm now just learning how to cover a football team that knows how to put together the pieces, wins games, wins 8 out of 10 football games, and has healthy competition. So this is a much better vibe, because after 4 years of watching them lose and suffer and being a former season ticket holder, it was horrible. I lived through fans wearing other jerseys. I've never done that. I went to a game where fans were running through the crowd with different signs cheering for the other team. It was crazy at Ford Field. And after 6-7 years of being a season ticket holder, me and my buddy were just like, screw this, we can't do this anymore. And now being a guy that's in the locker room and seeing it grow this way, it's absolutely much better. And I'm hoping that Dan Campbell, being a guy that played for the team, can turn it around, because he understands what it means for this fan base. And I think everybody's hungry. Can we get to training camp already? The draft is coming. Yeah. Can we get to training camp? I don't want to wait. I want to get to it. I want to start banging and seeing what these guys can do out there at training camp. And the competition is going to be great, especially along the offensive line and the defense versus the offense. It's going to be a great training camp.
I can't wait, especially in that secondary.
Secondary versus those receivers is going to be that's going to be fun to watch.
And then, I do have a little bit of reserved PTSD, but I also believe this will be the year that we do see possibly a playoff win. And it's because of the same things that you said and Spinney said. I mean, we've seen a lot of things. We've never seen this.
Yes.
We've never seen these types of actions taken, and I think ultimately it's going to result in something that we'll all be proud of. First time in a long time.
Absolutely. Let's go 10-7, 11-6. Get to it. Home playoff game, Ford Field. Pack it. Like I said, guys, Ford Field is going to be packed. So if they go down in flames, it's going to be seen by the entire fan base. So this is a big year, and I think hopefully they can deliver. They got the pieces. I mean, strong offensive line, strong in the trenches. You got a run game. You got great talent. You're going to have young pieces. Aiden Hutchinson's going to take a step forward. The defensive line's going to be hungry. So let's go. Let's get this thing going.
Yeah.
John, man, I appreciate you joining us. I appreciate you talking through all the technical difficulties that delayed you joining us, but thank you, man. Give a shout out to your page and your websites, everything where you write your articles.
Yeah, absolutely. I podcast at Detroit Sports Podcast. Follow me on Twitter at Detroit Podcast. I write daily at All Lions. It's an SI.com site. You can visit SI.com/NFL/Lions. We do everything: analysis, videos, highlights, speculation, and we're there. We're in the locker room, and we're there talking to the players, trying to figure out what's going on. And I can give you guys that same level of hope. Despite my PTSD, I think this football team is headed in the right direction. And guys, Dan Campbell, that's the man. That's the guy that's going to do it. What better coach than a guy that's been here that was part of that 0-16 team? It would come full circle. So make sure you check it out. And anytime you guys want, I am definitely a fan of what you guys are doing. You're very funny. You put a smile on my face, and I enjoy it. And we can talk about anything, anytime. Hit me up anytime you want.
Thanks, John. I appreciate you so much, man. That was awesome. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Anytime.
Speaking for the people that are struggling to put a smile on their face, what can they do?
They can go to SMA, of course, because SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency, helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard.
Corner, jumper,
Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Join the Woodward Sports family and 100,000 other sports fans for the biggest parties for the Detroit home opener. We'll be broadcasting live from the Grand Slam Festival at 350 Madison from the biggest tent party in the D. Check it out. The World Heavyweights will be there. I may be calling Rookie, be there all night. I don't know. Are we live from there? We got to figure that out.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's going to be dangerous if we are.
It will be dangerous if we are.
I'm partaking. I'm partaking the whole day. I ain't going to hold you guys up. I hope you guys are there to partake with us. Love and Tequila and Annex are all part of this block party. Baseball season here. There's only one city that can handle a Woodward Sports party, and that's Detroit. See you guys there. What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy, Eazy, joined by my guy, Spinmo Rex.
Hello.
You know, Chris JB Smooth. Broder in the audio chair. Joining us.
No.
Wait, what was that?
I don't know. My Maz chair touchdown.
That's awesome.
Chilling on a Friday night.
Brothers put on spots, threw up a little gang sign. We have character issues, man. I don't know if we're gonna let you in the audio booth.
He's he's third seed in the tournament.
Yeah.
And Lucas just claimed himself a third seed.
He did try to sneak that in there.
Yeah, no.
No, I think
he said Adam.
Yeah.
He said Adam
I'm
was
fourth
third
seed with Adam, right? You're like, I guess.
Yeah, him and Adam could be 4 seed. Sam Flannel and Broder are the 3 seeds.
Yeah.
Or Stick and Broder.
Did you?
No, Stick and Broder are the 3 seeds.
Yeah.
Sam Flannel and Lucas or Adam for the 4 seed.
Remember when I randomly texted you about punching me?
Yeah.
Can you confirm this theory? That wasn't like a weird, spontaneous, horny thing. It was.
Yeah, no, that was real. I mean, you laid out all the instructions. Like, this is a real bracket you guys are having.
Yeah.
You wanted me to just let one loose on you.
Hey.
On him.
On me.
Just kidding. Wait. Nice job, JB. I had a theory about baseball players punch hard, though.
Yeah, he's a pitcher, too.
Are you invested in that? What do you think?
Gotta watch the southpaw, the south hook.
Yeah. I'm a lefty too.
Got you.
I see that. You are a lefty.
Are you, Spenmo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The most random things.
Southpaw.
I always forget.
I'm lefty at everything except for hitting a baseball and hitting a golf ball. Everything else I do lefty. Because in t-ball they make you bat righty. Like, you're not gonna bat lefty in t-ball. And then I got my first set of clubs is right-handed. So
there you go.
Golf clubs are expensive, man.
Now, you write a lot of articles for WoodwardSports.com.
Yeah.
You do a lot of the editorials and stuff like that, so you see a lot of other people's opinions. Where have you found yourself with the whole number 6 for the Detroit Lions?
I think if Jalen Carter's on the board, and hypothetically the road to the commissioner is 45 miles per hour, I'm driving 89 miles per hour right at him with that card. I'm saying Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
I don't think you can pass up on him at 6. I think the pieces that the Lions have brought in are even more of a reason why you can take that chance if there are some character issues. You got veterans around him that can help guide him through being a professional football player, and I think that's the exact the perfect situation that he needs to be in. So I'm all for it. I love Kancey too. You know, if Carter doesn't work out, Kancey falls to us, whether that's at 6 or 18 and you trade back. I love him, but man, it's hard to pass up on the projected number 1 overall pick for the last year.
Yeah, I read a piece because Georgia's like back-to-back national champions, and I read a piece that like the Jalen Carter stuff. Maybe obviously there's a bigger magnifying glass on him now because of the draft and all that stuff like that. But like all these issues didn't exist while they were leaders in that locker room, and I'm talking about Jordan Davis and specifically Nakobe Dean. And I don't remember which article I read this from, but when those guys were around, those 2 guys that went on forward and got drafted to the NFL. You didn't see the knucklehead Jalen Carter. It was kept at bay a little bit because there's actual leadership in the locker room. I think Detroit can offer that.
And normally a player that high in the draft is going to a basement dweller team, a team that needs pieces, they're in a rebuild.
Yeah.
The Lions are much farther ahead. I know we're tempering our expectations a little bit, but the Lions have built something that we feel is sustainable. I think that's the right scenario for someone like him.
Yeah.
I just thought of this. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner, but the pitch clock is introduced. Obviously, you are a pitcher. Like, how do you feel about the pitch clock? Do you feel like that is good for the game, and how would it affect a pitcher, even health-wise, to deal with the pitch clock?
Yeah, I was against it when it started, but the more I've learned what it's doing to the game, the pitchers are coming around to accepting it. I'm all for it. It brings some excitement to every pitch, and that's kind of the one thing that was lacking. That there's a timer going down on a 1-1 count that's normally who cares. And as a pitcher, I was always one to move fast. I wanted to get in a rhythm, so I get the ball back and you get on the mound and you're ready to go. So some pitchers who can do that, they're ready. If they can get in their windup or in their stretch first before the batter, and the batter steps in, then you can play with the clock. You can use it to your advantage. Get in your rhythm. The batters have less of an opportunity to mess with you. I'm less of a fan of the banning the shift rule. I think that's
stupid.
Giving an unnatural advantage to guys who can't hit to one side of the field.
Yeah,
like why are you rewarding that?
Yeah.
So that's where I stand on those.
Yeah. Okay. I think everyone hits that the shift rule.
Yeah, it's if you can't hit to the right side of the infield at all, that's your fault. Like, you should just be able to do that.
Or learn how to bunt.
Yeah, learn how to bunt.
You do that one time and they can't put a shift on you. It's weird taking that out of the game, putting it in the rule book. That just seems weird to me.
What about the
That's a great
pickoff
point
rules?
about the
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say it's a great point about the clock. If you have like a starter who like can go like extra innings, you get the batters used to like throwing your pitch at like a certain like time on the pitch clock, and they just switch it up on the second half.
Hit a quick pitch or something with them. Yeah,
that'd be nasty.
What I will say, and Maz brought this up, and I thought it was a great point. I like the idea of removing that rule in the 9th inning, letting the closers come in and do their thing. That's where there's so much tension. I just love
I like
that they're on the mound, they're thinking about what they're going to throw, and the tension's building. I don't want to see a game end on a pitch clock violation.
That would be so terrible.
Yeah,
so
that's a great point.
I know that was pretty clever, Maz, and I really like that.
What do you think about the pickoff rules? Like,
that's interesting. As a lefty, the pickoff was a weapon for me.
Oh yeah.
That was something I practiced often, and anytime you can steal an out from somebody, I use that to my advantage. I was never a hard throwing pitcher, so I needed to find other ways to get people out. It's going to be interesting. I like it just at the beginning of the season, where we are in the season now, I like it because I think it's going to lead to more stolen bases. It's going to lead to more action. So I just want to see things move. I want to see the ball put in play, and I want to see catchers throw to second. To be determined, but I like the sound of it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I like it too. I think it's – and now you don't even see the second throw. Like, you're never – because after you get the second pickoff attempt, you're basically just giving them a stolen base.
Yeah.
Because they can get a lead all the way down the baseline and just take off. So I like it. I like that too. Yeah. I don't like the shift, though. But, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes on. Yeah. Still very early in the season.
I do want to say before the show wraps up, I think I'm starting to open up to, like –
baseball?
No. Sleeping. But on like those second round guys. I really do like a lot of them. And the Reese conversation we were having today too, like, dude, that's a big boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like if they do, at least maybe as Lions fans, we should get ourselves comfortable with the idea that the defensive tackle may not come into the second round.
Yeah. Possibly, very possibly. But that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you all for tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you leave a 5-star review on any podcast platform, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, anywhere you find it. Leave us a 5-star review. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JD Smooth on the ones and twos, our guy Matt Broder in the Maz chair. I am Spencer Raster. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. Have a good weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.